Hi everybody, welcome to another advent calendar door that is just opened. So today I'm making a gift box and I'm starting with a 12 by 12 inch that's 30.5 to 30.5 centimeter dark red paper, and I'm cutting it down to the size that I need. And for this box it's 28 by 19.5 centimeters. I'm gonna link to the video of the instruction for the skeleton of the box that I got, and I hope you get inspired by also Sam's channel and well, maybe give that kind of box your own twist. So today I promised you I will make use of the star that I crocheted yesterday, and you will see how that one fits in. I'm having another page of pattern paper and I'm cutting it down to 10.5 by 10.5 centimeters, and excuse me, I don't have the inches prepared, but yeah, I guess I think it's 4 by 4, but I'm not sure. So the dark red paper is actually cardstock, so it's not as flimsy as this pattern paper, and it will hold its shape way better with a gift box. And those boxes I find very cute for candles or something during Advent time that you want to gift somebody with, and that's why I made it. So now that I cut all the paper, I have to score them to be able to make the box. And all the measurements, as I said, are in the video and the linked blog that are down in the description. I'm not gonna write everything down again because you can look at Sam's blog and well, also watch the video that inspired me to do this project. So did the first part, and I'm not having one of those fancy scoring boards where you can just put your paper down and have everything at the ready. You see that I can score obviously on my cardmaker, but I don't have the every quarter of an inch scoring board. So I'm just making little marks with my pencil at the centimeters or inches that I need, and I'm just scoring wherever it fits best on my little suitcase there. And it worked out so far for me, so I don't see the point that I have to buy another tool just to save me like half a minute during the scoring process. So now that I have the base for my card done, I am going to cut a couple of pieces, but first I have to fold and burn all of those scoring lines that I just made. And you see that on the left side the paper already tore. It doesn't matter because in the end I'm going to cut pretty much those parts, but I was just using too much pressure on my first scoring line, so hey, I'm still learning, right? But you can make do, don't worry. It works out just fine. So I burned all of the lines that I scored, and now I'm cutting down certain parts of my sheet because I'm going to make a box, and the instructions say that I should do so. So hey, I'm just doing that, right? I find these kind of things perfect. I like to gift somebody with something homemade. I don't just want to go to the store and buy something, especially when it comes to decorations or art or crafts or something. I'm all about DIY in that case. And I really like when you live in Europe, especially, you're very used to the so-called Christmas markets, and they sometimes are in the medieval style. I like them a lot when they're of the smaller kind, and you oftentimes find something sweet and nice, maybe candles, maybe some gloves, maybe something totally different that you want to give to somebody that you know, because you think, well, it's just so perfect for him or her. But usually they don't have a box or something, but buying just a gift bag is also not my style, so I like to make those things on my own. And I'm, like I said, for sure, I am using inspiration by other YouTubers and other artists, but yeah, well, I guess those kind of boxes are pretty easy to make, and still you can personalize them, you can make them your own, and they are, well, it's fun to make, it's easy to make, and they're special. That's all I'm saying. So you see that I've cut out all of the outer parts that will in the end make my box. And I'm now drawing lines to mark down the so-called quote-unquote window that I'm going to cut into the box. You remember I cut down some pattern paper, and I have to have some place to put my star, right? So this is where it's gonna go. And my bumpy old head is in the way, but, or at least in the frame, but it's not in the way this time. Yay me, I learned. So I'm just cutting all of those lines that I just drew with my X-Acto knife, and they are a little smaller than my 10.5 by 10.5 centimeter pattern paper. And I'm just popping that rectangle out. It's not really a square in my case. You can pretty much make any pattern. If you have a die cut that does that, and a cutting machine, go for it. I don't have it, so I make do with my X-Acto knife and ruler, and I'm fine with that. So there's my pattern paper and my star, and it fits perfectly with the color. I really like it. So I'm just taping it down, making it stay at the back, but it's moving in the front, which I like a lot. It just gives the project a bit of dimension. So now that I'm done, I'm just using adhesive tape on the inner parts of my box, all around the quote-unquote window. And I will glue down the star and the pattern paper to the inner parts of my box. And you won't see any of it because it's, like I said, the inner part of the box. So I don't mind having a blank paper there and some twine hanging. I don't care. So I'm just lining it up, eyeballing it, and then I'm pushing down. It's just as simple as that. I have a bit of paper that is overlapping, so I'm just using my X-Acto knife again, cutting all of it, and then it's time to glue the box together. And it's a bit fiddly, especially when you do it like the first time, but trust me, it's fairly simple, and you will get used to this kind of holding a box-shaped thing down and making it work. So again, I'm using my adhesive tape on that one part of the box, and I'm just gluing it as I was instructed to do in the video and the blog, and I'm just adjusting those tiny bits of paper and the closing, well, lashes a bit to make it easier to fold in. And it's way easier when you have something in the box. It stays more like in the way it's supposed to be. It jiggles and juggles a bit around when it's empty, but I didn't have anything I wanted to put into the box today. So I'm just holding everything in place with my fingers. So it's looking okay already. It's still a bit empty, so I'm using one of those half pearls and I'm gluing it down with a tiny bit of crafting glue, nothing fancy there. And it just makes the star look a bit more elegant. I'm staying also in the color scheme of beige and dark red. So I'm having a couple of sentiments already stamped because I tried them out before on different kinds of paper. I actually wanted to use the vellum paper, but I didn't like the stamping outcome in the end, so I didn't use it, but I used my watercolor paper and the same ink. It's Fireberry Red. And I'm just adjusting the width and like the overall size of the paper that says Fröhliche Weihnachten, which means Merry Christmas in German. And I'm just cutting everything down, adjusting the size to the point that I want it to. So I want to have it sit on the lower, and I'm breaking my X-Acto knife number 1. Don't worry, they're pretty old, so it's allowed to break. But I have more than one, so I managed. But I want that sentiment to sit on the lower right, again. So I want the sentiment to sit on the lower red frame of the box. So I cut it down quite a bit because there's not a lot of space there. It's maybe like 1.5 centimeters. And I'm changing to a pair of smaller scissors and I'm just fishtailing that piece of watercolor paper. And then I will stick it down to the box. And I'm checking if I want to have it to the left side or to the right side, middle. I'm using 3D foam squares for that banner to put down. 4 of them are way enough for the piece that I need to stick down. And again, it's very simple to well, make a handcrafted, unique box for something that you want to gift somebody with. So, there we go. So easy. And because I just didn't want to have it look as quote-unquote plain, the pearl wasn't enough for me, I took my golden glitter pen and just made a faux stitch line all around that pattern paper window, just to give it some little detail that is not obvious on the first look. So I hope you liked today's video and got inspired by how to use crocheted stars other than ornaments on a tree or other tree branches on your table. And I see you tomorrow with another Advent calendar project. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, if you like this video or got inspired, please give me a thumbs up. It's highly, highly appreciated. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Take good care. Bye-bye.